I had a friend of mine, casual friend, who texted me out of nowhere. I talk to her maybe once every few years, and she's like, "Oh, have you heard of this thing called LandMARK?" And
no. Jesus Christ.
And I go, "Yeah, it's a cult." And she's like, "Oh, haha, you're so funny. Anyway, I wanted to give you this great opportunity." And she just kept texting me. And it's just like, I don't know what they're...
How does she not know you?
That's the... Well, because I'd be the big fish. If she could...
Yeah, but doesn't she understand? Who is this person? How does she not know you?
She's friends with a couple I mentioned earlier. I've known her friends of friends since for like 20 years.
How funny is it when someone's their ability to read someone is so off that they would come to you?
But I don't think you think
with
it's
some cult proposal.
I don't think that's how it works. I think it's more like if you have even the slightest chance, you have to go for it no matter what. And if she came back, it's like, who's the biggest? I bet you they sit them down and they say, who's the biggest name in your cell phone? And that's going to be your target. That's how it works.
Boy.
You don't want to just grab some like bag lady. You want someone who's got like some kind of slight cred, because then he's bringing his people over.
Of course.
And then you could be the one who like, oh my God, she brought in, whoever, Rogan, Michael Malice.
And if she doesn't understand that she's in a cult.
Right. She thinks...
Is LandMARK a cult? Like, I don't know anything about it.
What is it? I had a... God, I knew this girl many years ago. I don't want to mention her name. And she said to me flat out, we were hanging out, and she goes, I don't need religion because I have LandMARK. And I'm like, you're not selling this. You're scaring me. And the point is, it's like...
That's adorable.
Basically, I'm going to get sued. I know I'm going to get... Because when you cross these people, forget it. It's game over. But it's kind of... I think you're buying tapes and you're paying to attend meetings.
And what is it? Is it a self-improvement thing?
Yes. But it's been around since the 70s.
What is their self-improvement angle? Is it possible that someone could pull this off and do a good job?
What do you mean?
Make a good cult. Solid cult. With rules like the country. Like the Bill of Rights.
Oh.
You know, have a good cult. Put together a good cult.
I think that... Oh, God.
Redefine what's possible in your relationships, your work, your family, your communities, what matters most to you. Actually, this sounds good, Lex. I might have to join.
It sounds good, Lex.
Put it up. See this? No, I'm sorry. Scroll back down.
You know what? Hold on, Joe. It worked because now I'm talking about this shit on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it worked.
And he's pulling up the free ad.
Look, I'm not showing anybody. They have to look at it themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Bring about positive, permanent shifts in the quality of your life. Create power, freedom, self-expression, and peace of mind. This sounds good, bro. All this sounds good.
What have I done?
Malice, what the fuck is wrong with you? More than 94% of participants surveyed reported that LandMARK's forum made a profound and lasting difference in their lives. How about that's good? That's 94%. That's better than the vaccine.
I made a
the
mistake.
LandMARK Forum is designed to bring about positive, permanent shifts in the quality of your life in just 3 days. These shifts are the direct cause for a new and unique kind of freedom and power. The freedom to be at ease and the power to be effective in the areas that matter most to you. The quality of your relationships, the confidence in which you live your life, your personal productivity, your experience of the difference you make, your enjoyment of life. Those are all positive things, Michael Malice.
I can't believe her plan, apparently, to get you to do an ad read for LandMARK.
I don't know what they're doing.
Holy crap.
Maybe they're doing something that's below that. It's about xenon and living on the moon.
I want to change the subject as quickly as possible to literally anything else.
Is it a thing where it seems negative because the people that get involved in it are all those folks that are just, you know how there's some people that never seem to find an anchor in life. You know, they kind of drift from one way of thinking to another. Or they kind of drifted.
I think a lot of the ways these organizations work, and it's not necessarily all bad, is that they provide lonely people a sense of community. This is one of the ways AA works, and this is not a knock against AA. If you're someone who's an addict or an alcoholic and you're kind of alone in the gutter, you've got your drinking buddy or your heroin buddy, and now you've got a group of people who share your experiences, have your worldview, you're not alone.
It's positive.
That's very. I know AA gets a lot of knocks. I got a lot of friends who are in recovery. I think it's just done terrifically good things for them. Doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah, I know a lot of friends who've had great benefits from AA.
And that is actually a real benefit. I think you're talking earlier about social media. I think a lot of people tend to be very isolated. There's a lot of lonely people out there, people more than even most of us realize, and we're social animals. We're hungry to have someone. We want to be seen. We want someone who understands us. We want someone not to feel so alone all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what something like AA provides.
Church provides that too.
Churches provide that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all these like that kind of Sam Harris atheism that religion's all negative and this kind of atheism thing. I'm like, there's a reason people gravitate toward it, and it's not all that they've been duped. It does provide a service for a lot of people.
Yeah, it definitely provides the agreement that you're all making with each other. You're all kind of making with each other this agreement that you're there to be good persons, be good people in the eyes of God. Like there's a
but it's also in the eyes of your community.
Yes, the eyes of your, but you're making that agreement, right?
Yeah.
So that's also in the eyes of your community. You're making an agreement together that you're all going to follow these principles. And you're going to forgive people, and you're going to help people, and you're going to put money together when someone needs something, when something goes wrong with someone in the community.
If you have a moral dilemma, you're going to remind yourself, you know what, like I should do the right thing, even though it's going to be harder.
Yes, but people are like famous. It's like famous for being like very generous to other people that are in their churches. Like I know of many friends who go to church, and they'll talk about how the church raised money because someone had something go wrong inside their church, and they needed something fixed or something, and they help each other out. So it's like. You just get this feeling of like family when you're part of a community church. It's like you go to see each other on Sunday, you look forward to it, everybody dresses up. It's a net positive. The problem that people have is with the taking of stories that are very, very old as just fact. That's the only problem that people have with it. If you looked at the net positives that come out of religions, like other than when they go sideways, right? Like when they impose their religion on others and go into war. But that's like natural human dominance characteristics that are exhibited through like the guise of religion. The best aspects of religion are just living your life with a purpose. It gives you like a scaffolding to think about like moral values and community values and that there's a higher thing above you which helps dissolve the ego and helps you be humble.
But also I think the idea of live as if someone's watching.
Yes.
And I think that's something, I don't think you need religion for that, but if someone needs a religious framework to live this kind of ethical life and like make sure when you go to sleep you can honestly say I tried to do the right thing as much as I could to the best of my ability, I think that's kind of a good thing. The issue I have is their big suspicion of pleasure or happiness.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that with religion, that if you're having fun or if you are happy, and I know I'm going to get pushback on this, you did something wrong along the way, especially this fear of pleasure.
Black people win. Black churches are the most fun things of all time. Like, you see Biden at the black church, and he's just standing there like he doesn't know how to move.
Oh, my God.
He's just standing there, and everybody around him is dancing. They're all having a great fucking time. They know how to do it, dude. They know how to do it.